they are 78% jumbo lump crab. Blue crab, sweet, succulent, delicious crab. So think about what's happening this summer. Are you celebrating a special birthday, a special anniversary? You want to do some surf and turf, or you just love to get that high quality, delicious protein that you might want to put on a salad. From frozen, you cook them up in just about 13 to 14 minutes. We have them on auto delivery. We have an amazing sale price. Look at our regular QVC price, $182. We are at $150 for 1 day only. We're gonna ship them to you for free. Break up the payment over the next 5 months and do $30 a month. But definitely take advantage of that auto delivery. Every 60 days for a year, you get to lock in a price. Who gets to lock in a price right now? They come to you frozen and they are individually packaged. So this is what you're gonna get here. There's 10 of them, 4 ounces each. You can stop auto delivery at any time, you can cancel it at any time, but you cannot come back and get it. So I highly recommend it because you're gonna get these home. You're gonna make them in a variety of different ways. Everyone's gonna rave about them and you're gonna wish that you got them on auto delivery. Since midnight, we have sold 3,700 orders. Price goes up at the end of the day. M134492 is your item number. Brittany Rastelli is here. She's the director of culinary at Egg Harbor, which is the seafood division of the Rastelli brand, which is our #1 food brand here at America. And these are the crab cakes that are served in fine restaurants that the chefs are like, they did it right. I don't need to take the time to do all of this. I'll take my time on the hollandaise sauce.
Absolutely. We really start with an incredible experience of crab. We're using beautiful premium blue crab meat as most of the 78% crab meat that we are using in your crab cake. So what we do is we take some really light ingredients, a little bit of eggs, a little bit of mustard, Dijon mustard, a little bit of mayonnaise, just a small amount of breadcrumbs and seasoning. And then we take that jumbo lump crab meat and we add it in last to eliminate as much breakage as we possibly can when making these crab cakes in small boutique batches for you. And they are, again, 78% crab meat. So your crab cake is gonna have really smooth, sweet, buttery flavor. Just incredible experience when it comes to a crab cake. So you're not gonna have, like Sean said, the peppers, you're not gonna have the celery, you're not gonna have tons of breading where you're lost in that. Exactly, we just kind of call those ingredients.
Yes.
Because they're just holding together the actual crab meat that we're using to create this cake. So it is certainly the star of the show, the crab.
It truly is. And like you've mentioned before, I mean, look at these waters. Like you want to know where they're coming from. Look how beautiful.
So this is beautiful. This was a chance that I had to take to learn all about crabbing at the Jersey Shore, right outside of Egg Harbor. This is my friend Doug, and he really taught me about the whole crabbing experience where they're casting out the pods, we catch the crabs, we pull them out, inspect them, make sure they're the ones that we want, and then from there, they get hand-picked. And those jumbo lumps are 2 per crab, not 2 per crab cake, but 2 per crab. So think about—
That's how rare they are. I mean, it's like the center cut of a fillet. You only get 1. So it's rare to be able, and look how much these are filled with them, not just on the top, throughout the whole entire crab cake. Take a look at how many crabs they have to go through to get all those jumbo lumps.
Exactly, we have to go through a lot of picking crabs to get those jumbo lumps. There's only 2 per crab. And then your crab cake is 78% crab meat. We're also using a little bit of the special meat, a little bit of the back fin meat, just to hold everybody together so that you have the perfect texture and the perfect ratio that you need to really have that experience that most chefs sought after. And then from there—
Come on.
I mean, there's literally crab meat in there and nothing else that you can't use this for.
I close my eyes. I'm sitting outdoors at a restaurant. I can feel the ocean breeze. I can hear the music. I mean, food really makes memories. It really takes you there. And whether you do get to go to some amazing restaurant that has crab cakes like this, or you're making that experience at home for Father's Day, for the graduates, for a nice, maybe you're hosting a baby shower at your home and you really want to make it special, this is how to do that. But this is the only one we're going to do all year. So I'm happy a lot of you are picking up on the auto delivery, because not only do you lock in that price, you're going to have these every 60 days for the year. So if you want to do something different, like a crab twice baked potato like you're doing.
Yes.
You can do that too. Get creative.
We created a bunch of really fun recipes that I thought were very easy to make. There were a couple that we tried where I threw the recipe card away. I'm like, that's it, we're not doing this. It's too difficult. I wouldn't make it, so I'm not showing the QVC viewer this recipe. This one,
easy.
This one is just a baked potato. I scooped out in the center, added 1 crab cake, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of sour cream. These recipes are available on the product page on QVC.com, so you could just go there. But this recipe will actually make 3 potatoes
Twice baked
with 1 crab cake. So it really goes a long way. I love a potato night, and I always have to try to stick in some sort of protein. And if I top it with like steak or chicken, my kids fight me, but if I mix it in, so
then they love it.
exactly. So I'm just generously
I
filling.
would definitely not fight you on that one.
No.
That looks outstanding, and it's not even baked yet.
No, and look how much is left. So there's enough left in here for 1 more. So that stretches to a really, really great
Come
amount.
look at this. I saw it already. I've had this presentation already.
And then you just bake it for about 20 minutes.
Even in an air fryer, an air frying oven.
But I love this
Look how
recipe.
good that looks.
That's like the full meal. You're done.
So that's on QVC.com. What you're going to get, and I want to show you how these come to you. They come to you in a bag like this, and then each one is individually frozen. So maybe it's just you having lunch one day. You want to put this on a salad because you're watching the carbs. Yes, there's some carbs in here because it's breadcrumbs, excuse me, but not very much. Or if it's just 2 of you and you want, then you would have 5 of these meals, but you're also going to get this. Oh, look at that presentation.
I wanted to show the Benedict because these will be available for Father's Day, and you know, maybe Dad likes to grill. So I thought, what if you want to make him breakfast? Oh, does that happen to anybody else when you try to
It
put a
only
poached egg
happens
on
when
top?
you're on
Or does it only happen to me?
National television live.
I'm gonna fix it. But
We'll
look,
fix it, but look at how beautiful that is.
Isn't that beautiful?
And then you have the ideas. There's a crab bruschetta we'll see soon, a baked crab dip here. So I just wanted to tell you, this comes in the bag. Here, it gives you how to prepare them. Prepare the perfect crab cake. Oven from frozen, sauteed from thawed, but you can also do in the air fryer from frozen, and minutes later, like 12 to 14 minutes later, from frozen, you have this delicious restaurant-style crab cake. I love the saute though, like the browning that you're getting on the outside of this is absolutely gorgeous, and then you can make a beautiful crab cake sandwich.
exactly. The crab cakes can be really high end. We can go surf and turf. We can have this be our center of the plate. But sometimes I just love that traditional crab cake sandwich. We have the remoulade sauce available.
Oh, that remoulade
as
sauce
well.
is so good.
If you wanted to switch up your tartar,
the lemon dill sauce that you have, I love it.
the lemon dill sauce is great. I mean, seafood, I feel like, always pairs wonderfully with the cocktails and the remoulades and the tartar sauces. It just has a beautiful marriage of ingredients. So this is one of my casual days when we're using the crab cakes, because you are receiving 10 of them, so you don't have to eat them the same exact way every single time. You can
You do a
switch it
big
up.
fancy dinner for 10 people. Maybe you even do a surf and turf and do like a petite filet or something like that if it's really fancy. Or you have many different ways to use these. They're always there at the ready. That's why I want you to take advantage of the auto delivery.
And the air fryer method, the instructions are about 17, 18 minutes, but we had a caller last night that told me she actually bumps her air fryer up and she'll do 11 minutes, 6 on one side, 5 on the other.
And a little bit higher of a temperature to get that nice crisp on the outside.
So if you're really in a hurry from frozen, 11 minutes to have a premium jumbo lump crab cake that you can do, again, it can just be center of the plate, or you can have your surf and turf. Steamed asparagus, a little bit of sweet potatoes. I mean, it looks like it came out of a restaurant, but really, this was individually packaged and blast frozen for you. So even if you
so fresh,
you know, are making it yourself, It takes a long time.
If you're making it yourself, first of all, you have to have a really good recipe. Then you have to go to the store and you have to find, do they already have the jumbo crab meat out of the crab?
Right.
If so, it's very expensive. And then what's the ratio to not have it be too much of the breadcrumbs, all of that. Here, it is all done for you. What if they don't have the jumbo lump crab already picked for you? You have to buy the crabs and pick it yourself. I mean, I was reading, one of the reviewers loves these because she's like, I made them once in my life and I spent an hour picking out the crab meat. And even if you do that, it's not going to look like this.
You know, I used to make them myself a long time ago, and once we created these, I haven't made one in a very long time.
Oh, yeah.
Because it just was a lot of work. So to be able to have something like this available, where the flavor is incredible, the texture is even better, and then you're able to use this as the base in some of your other favorite recipes. I showed you earlier my Christmas Eve recipe that I make every year. It's a lot of ingredients. It's 2.
Yeah, it's
so
2.
We have 2 ingredients.
Speaking of Christmas Eve, 7 fishes, if those of you who do it, I know it's a little early to be taught. We're not even at Christmas in July yet. However, the reason I mention that is it's the final, only today's special value of the year for crab cakes. So if you want to have one of those 7 fishes done, you do auto delivery, and you have these coming every 60 days for a year, that's one of your 7 fishes. And look, all she did was defrost 1 crab cake.
One
and then
crab cake.
Fill the mushrooms.
And I fill my mushroom, and that's it. That's the recipe, that's the appetizer. They go every year. I don't even make that many just because we do have 7 fish, so I'll probably make about a dozen. Maybe a little bit more than that, but not many, just depending on the mushrooms. But I'll only defrost like 1 or 2 crab cakes.
Yeah.
And it'll make the stuffed mushrooms for everyone.
And then you have 8 left for another occasion.
Exactly.
What about the New Year's Eve? No, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about sitting by the dock of the bay. Let's talk about sitting by the pool. Let's talk about the staycations that we're having that we still want to be really exciting and really special. This is how you do it. Now, you can have these shipped to you immediately. That is more popular because I'm sure your mouth is watering. You're like, I want to make those immediately. But we also do have the July 23rd. Is it June, excuse me. June 23rd. And that will have these ready for a 4th of July party. So maybe now you want to do Father's Day, you want to do the graduations, maybe your freezer is full right now and you want to give it a little bit of time and think further into the 4th of July parties and those into the July celebrations. Either way, this price goes up at the end of the day. And either way, you can lock into auto delivery, and every 60 days for a year, you will get another set of 10 4-ounce crab cakes, and that is guaranteed that they will come to you, and it's a guaranteed price. This is the crab dip, and you are getting the recipe in the bag for this.
Exactly. This we're using crab cake and a little bit of cheese and a little bit of mayonnaise. So like you said, you're outside, you're hanging out this summer, you guys are grilling maybe burgers and steaks. You had the crab cakes for dinner one night, but you have some left over. Take this, mix it together, bake it, bring it out, have a little charcuterie set up, some crudité set up. Exactly. And then you have a perfect little appetizer, snack. Again, we love spending time outside in the summertime.
And not inside cooking.
No.
And that's the point. Like if you were putting these all together for that special occasion, you're gonna spend hours doing that and not the hours with your friends and family as you celebrate. There's those jumbo lumps right on the top, but they're all throughout as well. On my earlier one, I had one right at the bottom. It was just, I mean, but what you need to know is it's 78% crab meat.
Yeah, the crab meat is very delicate. The lumps are delicate. We fold them in last to eliminate as much breakage as we can, but it does shred a little bit on the inside. So we have the extra lumps on the exterior, and then you will find them throughout as well. But like you said, just know that your crab cake is 78% crab meat. Each and every one vacuum sealed for you, so there's no waste. I know a lot of times, you know, if you go buy these in a seafood market, they'll wrap it in the seafood paper. You use what you use, you put the rest in the freezer, and I know in my house that stuff becomes mystery meat.
It just
mystery
never,
seafood.
They come individually packaged like this. You're getting 10 of them. You are also getting the guide, which explains how to cook them. And then those 2 recipes on the back. Don't forget about the other recipes on QVC.com. This is our today's special value. Price goes up at the end of the day. If we have any remaining, they'll go back up to the QVC price of $182 Why not do it while you can get them home on a $30 easy payment plan? This is everything you are getting here, shipped immediately or the week of June 23rd. And don't forget about that auto delivery. You can cancel anytime or delay it at any time.